I bought 2 or 3 already. I'm gonna probably buy another one. What room?
Okay, so outdoor speakers. What's funny is I've seen these a couple years in a row, and you as well. These sound great. A lot of people will think that this is better than these other speakers, and I actually have to look at this because for the Airbnb and the developer wanted me to suggest some outdoor speakers that he could use for a package for people that wanted something like this. So this is actually really cool. Yeah, for this to be, and you can hear, this is full range. We're not talking about like ambient background music. Basically an array, and then powered. The amplifiers are in the.
Yeah, I was just asking that. What's in the box?
Yeah, so the amplifiers are there, and this is that considered a line source? Or?
It is, yes.
So that's good for outdoors
Yeah, I was gonna say.
at different heights and stuff.
Sealed box.
So are these speakers kind of weatherproof or something?
Oh yeah, I assume they're weatherproof, right?
Very weatherproof.
That's why they're outdoors.
Picture of the one getting washed up by an ocean.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I'm gonna give you my card because I'm building an Airbnb, but I'm working with the developer, and for the 200 homes, he's looking for an outdoor upgrade AV package. And so I'm working with him to help choose the brands. I've seen your stuff a couple years now, so to the extent that we might be able to work together on that to offer an option.
Where is it located?
In Fredericksburg, Texas. Do you have any dealers in that area?
We do.
Okay. So let me give you my card.
In the middle.
We can have our local rep give you
That wood.
Yeah,
Let's.
let's.
He make a couple of notes because that's something I'll forget.
Yeah, make some notes, and then really we're looking at packages that would be for people who are building for Airbnb purposes as well as their own vacation. But different price points that are amenable to an investment property versus their home. And I see that y'all have different models, so this would definitely be something that I like. These ones that are the planters. That's really smart.
Yeah, this is a architectural product that can be wall-mounted, soffit, corner-mounted, or be ganged together to create a planter configuration.
That's cool.
We can do directional, a bipole, an omni. You can have subs, sats, any combination that you like.
Now, these on their own, how full range are they? I mean, how far they go?
Completely full range. So these are also bi-am, separate sub-drivers.
Oh, really?
These go down, 30 hertz.
Really?
Very impressive. So
Can get some pretty serious SPLs.
yes, very.
Okay.
Yes. Don't really require an external sub. These are, everything is our design. This is patented. All the drivers are ours. We don't use off-the-shelf components. There's actually 2 of them sitting out by the front. It's
Yeah.
all extruded aluminum enclosure. The aluminum drivers that are in there, the back of the drivers on the magnet have a thermal pad that is touching the back of the enclosure. So this entire enclosure becomes a heat sink for the coil.
Interesting.
So that's how we can have these playing in Arizona, Texas, Nevada
Without damage.
With 100-degree surface temp.
Yeah, people don't think about that. In a home, you probably don't have to worry about, an air-conditioned home, but outdoors in 90 degrees, yeah.
Different set of extremes. These also come in black as well, so we can imagine what that temperature gauge is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So you're thinking of everything that, I didn't even consider, but having this also amplified, protected, weatherproof. What price points are we, roughly range are we talking about here?
Retail-wise, our loudspeakers start just under $1,000.
Okay.
And cap out at our flagships here at $10,000.
If I did a planter like this, what would that run about?
You're at about 4,000.
Really? Okay. One planter.
You can go up from there, yes.
Okay. But that was basically 4 speakers.
That is correct. They're ganged together, so the speakers themselves have 45-degree edges. Okay, so when you take that speaker and you put it in a corner, it really disappears, as well as flat on the wall, the visual profile, as you can see kind of in this photo, it's unique. But when you take those 45s and you place them together, now you've created a nice corner image.
That's really cool. So this is
one of those models here. Okay, so this is bi-amplified. It's a center 5 1/4 inch coaxial with a waveguide, and then 2 separate active 5 1/4 inch subdrivers.
Yeah, that is really cool. Let me put on this light here so I can get a good video of it here. Yeah. This is exactly the type of high-end stuff that the developer's interested in, at least for his own home, as well as mine, and then different price points for people in different. So yeah, definitely make a note.
Just so I got the right city, is that it?
Yep, Fredericksburg, yeah,
Okay.
Texas, yeah. So let's listen to these a little bit, because yeah, I've always been impressed coming here that these sound as good or better than a lot of the other rooms here.
This song's almost over, so I'll just let this one finish and I'll put on something different.
So is there any reason why you angle the line source?
Yes, quite a bit reason for that. So it's pitched because ribbons naturally have good horizontal dispersion,
Right.
but significantly less vertical dispersion. So what we're doing is thinking about the outdoors is you're not necessarily going to have a fixed listening position.
That's
Your
right.
distance is going to vary quite a bit.
And you don't have a ceiling over you.
Correct. So,
So,
what's happening
yeah.
is if I'm standing here, I'm not hearing any of these tweeters.
Right.
I'm only hearing this top section.
Smart.
Okay, and the other reason this cabinet is shaped the way it is, we're using this cabinet as a waveguide. Okay, so we're getting here in the near field, that's why this cabinet is wide for dispersion. As you get into the midfield, okay, that's why this cabinet tightens up, and then the far field. So we're basically using it as an adjustable horn. Okay.
So you guys are actually smarter doing outdoor speakers than a lot of people are making indoor speakers. Have y'all ever decided to make an indoor speaker? Because I think you guys know what you're doing.
Well, we appreciate the comment. I would say that our focus 100% is on the outdoors.
Outdoors? Okay.
You know, there's a lot of great brands out there that focus on the indoor space and do it
Sure.
well. So we're going to kind of use our strengths and stick with the outdoors.
Gotcha.
If
Well,
you want to take these indoors, we're not going to stop you.
yeah, I mean, they sound great. Well,
Yeah.
Anything you mount or no?
Pardon
Anything you mount or no? So,
me? These are partially buried, or they can be partially mounted. And then these people over here are designed to go
Drifting, drifting,
structure on the
Yeah.
house, whatever.
I can't ship out on the sea.
Mounted flush on the wall, in the corner, where the ceiling meets the wall.
Drifting, I'm drifting. I can't ship out on the sea.
A pair of these are 2,000 piece. A pair of these on that location.
so is there a subdriver in the bottom half, or?
Yes, in the bottom of each cabinet,
Uh-huh.
a single 10-inch driver that's put in a bandpass configuration, and it ports out the rear of the cabinet.
Okay. Can you control the crossover? Or is it just?
So yes, so it's an electronic crossover. So right now, all of our amplifiers are 4-channel. In this application, I'm running 3 channels. So I'm left, right, and then
And mono sub?
Mono subs.
Okay, all right.
All our amps are preloaded with DSP, which is completely adjustable.
Nice.
But we've engineered it. It's plug and play installation. The other element is cabling. So this is the cable that is used for those speakers. So it's a multi-jacketed 12 gauge 8-conductor cable. Because if you're going to have an outdoor system, one thing you cannot do is use low quality cabling and poor connectors.
Right.
So what happens is in our network is these are gold plated pins, it's oxygen-free copper, and this is a keyed connection if you notice. So when I put this together, hand tight and tighten this down, this is IP68. So this can be submerged.
Wow.
This is watertight, airtight at this point. On the bottom of each speaker is an input and an output. So what I do is I run one cable from my amplifier to the first speaker, and I daisy chain out to the second speaker. We also have a companion separate sub if you want to use that. And
Okay.
you can daisy chain right into that sub as well.
See, this is what I like to see. Y'all think of everything to a meticulous level for.
We're just for us. In order to get performance, you got to think about the system. You know,
And,
it's
yeah, the
old,
environment,
You know, the
yeah.
weakest link, the chain.
And we're not even talking about that ridiculous of pricing. So, yeah, very impressive. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. I'm just kind of changing up the music here.
Can that source, just completely outdoors?
Yes, so you can do it twofold. So you can do indoor.
So, I think there's a high probability of this being in my Airbnb, depending on what model I choose. Very, very impressive. You're not going to see a company put this much attention into outdoor speakers, at least that I've found. You rarely see this level of attention to every little thing in indoor speakers. So props to these guys.